Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where today we finally have an outcome in the long-standing lawsuit between Take-Two Interactive and Randy Orton's tattoo artist Catherine Alexander. For those unfamiliar with the case, Randy Orton's tattoo artist Catherine Alexander filed a claim against both WWE, Take-Two Interactive and former WWE Games developer Yukes, claiming that those companies used her tattoo designs without her permission. The case, which was filed in 2018, claims that 5 of Orton's tattoos, which include tribal tattoos, skulls, a Bible verse and a dove and a rose, were all original designs that were created and inked by Catherine Alexander. The claim was filed after WWE contacted Miss Alexander and offered her $450 for the rights to use the tattoo designs on merchandise, though the offer was turned down. After turning down the offer, the court was told that she did not grant any permission to WWE to copy, duplicate, or otherwise use or reproduce any of the plaintiff's designs. Despite not being given permission to use the tattoo designs, WWE and Take-Two included the designs as part of Randy Orton's model in WWE 2K23, with Take-Two arguing that the tattoos were protected under fair use rules, which allowed them to recreate them in their video games. Now, in the latest update to the case, we finally have an outcome, as after 4 years of the case being postponed, the case finally went to trial last week, where WWE and Take-Two motioned to have the case dismissed, as they claimed that the inclusion of the tattoos were de minimis, which is a legal term meaning too small to be meaningful or taken into consideration. Despite Take-Two trying to have the case dismissed, the judge in the trial denied the motion and the case went to trial, where after several days of evidence to support both sides' claims, the case was passed to the jury, who took just 3 hours and 26 minutes to deliberate. The jury was asked to decide on 3 key points, the first one being whether the use of the tattoos in the video game was considered fair use, with the jury ruling that it was not. The second point seeing the jury have to decide how much money Alexander was entitled to in damages, where they ruled that she was entitled to $3,750. For the third point, the jury were asked how much of the video game's profit was derived from the usage of Orton's tattoos, though the jury ruled that that would be zero, as they didn't feel people were buying the game because of Orton's tattoos. So in summary, Alexander did win the lawsuit and she was awarded $3,750 for the use of her designs. However, the bigger implication here is what happens next, as a lot of eyes have been watching over this trial, as the outcome here is somewhat of a legal precedent, meaning if other tattoo artists claim that they own their designs and they file similar cases over their work being recreated, then this ruling would suggest that they too would be entitled to damages. Now, in terms of future games, it's unknown at this point what will happen, as unless 2K appeal the decision and see it overturned, or they contact Miss Alexander and work out a deal to include her designs in future games, then going forward, any Randy Orton model would have to have those copyrighted tattoos removed. This means that 2K would have to remove the designs and either leave them blank like they have with other stars such as Braun Strowman, who's missing his Superman tattoo, or they could opt to replace the designs, which would see them recreate their own similar tattoos to use in their place. So it's going to be interesting to see how 2K handle this going forward and whether some kind of deal can be worked out, while the bigger picture is that it might not just be Orton that suffers from this in WWE 2K23, as 2K may have to remove tattoos from other stars if it's found that they don't own the copyright to their designs. Meanwhile, in terms of the video game industry as a whole, it'll also be interesting to see how tattoos will be handled in general, as this ruling leaves both developers and publishers open to a lawsuit if they first don't obtain permission, which when you think of games like NBA 2K, FIFA or Madden, then the amount of players that those games feature would make for even more of a legal minefield. Looking to the future, there is also the possibility that the case could be appealed and then overturned in favour of Take-Two, as various legal experts have weighed in on the decision, calling it absolutely ridiculous, before going on to question why the outcome was left to the jury, when really this should be a decision for copyright experts that are trained in the manner, especially given the large implications that the outcome may lead to. As of right now, 2K Sports nor their parent company Take-Two Interactive have commented on the outcome or how they plan to address tattoos in the future, so I guess the next step is to wait and see if they choose to appeal the ruling, otherwise we'll be left waiting for our first look at Randy Orton in 2K23 to see if 2K and Catherine Alexander have come to some kind of agreement, or if Orton's tattoos have indeed been removed. Anyway guys, that's the latest news that I have for you on this, but I would love to know what you make of the ruling. Do you think that the jury were right to rule in favour of the tattoo artist, or do you think the inclusion of Orton's tattoos are fair use? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you want to stay up to date with all the latest news, then please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. Until next time though, thank you so much for watching, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.